Hi there, students. Backstory. Okay, the backstory of something. This is the history, the past experiences, the life of a person. But backstory, it can be for real people, but most commonly it's for films, for film characters, for events in films. So, well, if you've got a new member of staff at work, you could ask him, "What's your backstory? Yeah, what's the backstory of our new colleague? The background story." Or you could have the backstory to a political event. So, what was the backstory to the American Civil War? Okay, the backstory is about slavery and uh, emancipation of the slaves. And the fact that the southern states were deeply dependent on the work of slaves. So the backstory, what happened before, the backstory of the First World War, the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand. Everybody knows the historical fact, but nobody knows the backstory of why that was actually important. But particularly, for example, Star Wars, the Star Wars series of films. This has a backstory. What happened before? Okay, so this backstory is particularly for a film or a television series or a character in a dramatic work of art. Notice in espionage, in spying, a spy needs a backstory to hide who they are and what they're trying to do. So this is the story that they tell people in order to be accepted. So the backstory, the backstory of someone, the previous experiences of the character, the previous circumstances or events that occur before the narrative. Okay, that something that happened before a dramatic work. So you wonder what happened before. These are the things that are supposed to have happened before you read the book or see the film. Okay, the one of the problems with this film is it has virtually no backstory, and we don't know where the story comes from. The reporters were trying to get the backstory of the resignation of the minister. This work of art it's a beautiful work of art, but the backstory to this painting is even more interesting. The actor developed a detailed backstory to flesh out their character. A novelist who likes to explore characters' backstories makes their work much more interesting. The characters need to have enough backstory to make them credible. I think it would be very interesting to know the true backstory to the COVID pandemic. What actually happened to bit before? The backstory of the Stonehenge Music Festival is very, very interesting. Very often when I explain poems, I give a little bit of backstory as well to help people understand. So it's the history, it's the background, very often created for film, but also it could be real. If you go round an exhibition of pictures, it's interesting to know the backstory of the person that painted them, because the backstory you get to know the people better. I would be interested to know the backstory of this war, how it occurred, what brought it about. So normally this backstory is talking about drama and dramatic events and television or a book, but it's effectively the story behind, the background, the history, the life story. So yeah, what is the real backstory to all of the problems that there are between the Palestinians and the Israelis? So backstory, I'm going to give it a 5.5 in formality. Use anywhere, better in something semi-formal. So backstory.